10 jury members, 19 designers and 1 Vogue Fashion Fund award. It's about being the best and the most creative in terms of clothes and also the marketing and brand strategy. So the question is, who will crack the code? Let's find out. The Vogue India Fashion Fund is part of a global initiative to mentor the next generation of fashion designers. It was launched in 2003 in the United States. Last year, it marked its debut in India, and keeping in mind the overwhelming response it received, the Vogue team, headed by editor Priya Tanna, decided to make this their annual property. Priya, you're having the Vogue Fashion Fund for the second time round. Tell us, what is the aim of the fund?
Well, you know, Ambika, when we launched the fund last year and when we embraced it and decided to adopt it in India, the vision was really both simple and simplistic. It was to positively impact and propel the lives of brilliant young design talent. What we want to do is we want the fund to be catalytical in identifying talent and helping them marry their commercial success with creative success.
So here are the 19 who made the cut.
Vogue, the initiative that they started, sounds really promising for new designers like me. So I applied for the first time this year, and I'm glad to
get the fund. So anything that you've been really wanting to do to push your label forward, so the fund is going to be an excellent help in taking that step.
In a country like ours, where fashion is growing, it's an amazing platform to be able to spread the message of what one does and carry it to a broader audience.
Size for your brand, where you're trying and going back to where you started and where you are today and the whole journey.
Obviously, because it's a fund, so it's going to help you scale up in some ways, and then on top of that, they also provide you with mentorship, which is great.
Vogue also introduces you to a whole plethora of businesses, brands, associations and everything with it. So it's a complete package, and if you can capitalize on that, nothing like it.
The fund brings together industry experts to identify one winner.
This fund is all about taking a designer from one level to another level, and if you don't have organizational skills, design alone can't sustain.
Well, this is actually my second time that I've been in the jury panel. A lot of the kids today who are actually showing also seem to have a very daunting task to be able to get a place in the sun for themselves, which actually talks about their brand, talks about their sales, talks the responsibility of things like sustainable design. I didn't know what that meant.
But I think what most designers really look forward to is the tag of being the winner of the Vogue Fashion Fund. They get to pick one mentor who will really work them through the whole process, help them think through whatever it is. So I think that is the fundamental elements that really bring value to the winner.
We really have to find a star.
So here are the eligibility criteria. Have a degree in fashion. Collection has retailed in India for a minimum of 2 years. Participated in at least one fashion week. Has been covered by the press. Has a working production facility. Each fashion event is associated with the oodles of backstage action. Hair, makeup, chaos and lots of frenzy. That's exactly what's happening here as the designers prep up the models before facing the jury. The Vogue Fashion Fund 2013 entails a shortlist of 19 designers that's grilled by an eminent jury. Each of the 19 designers has to present 3 outfits to the jury, and these 3 outfits represent the past, present and future collections from their brand.
This year is not just her skill. In addition to her skill, we want someone who has the eagerness, the enthusiasm and the right attitude to understand what she stands to gain from the fund. After we decide the 5 finalists, we will meet them here again to choose the winner based on a clear defined brief.
And the first designer to present is Masaba Gupta.
That's from my summer resort collection 2012. It's ikat palazzo pants with white silk kurta and a black jacket with tar embroidery. Second one is the sari with the cover up, the cocoon sari. So the idea is that if mother wants to buy this sari, her daughter can wear the same sari but with the cover up. And the third one will be the affordable festive line that I will be putting out in my stores. The USP lies in the fact that it has a lot of recall value. It's affordable, it's quirky, but at the same time it's very controlled. I have a sampling unit in Bombay where I have a max of 10 tailors and 2 masters working for me. My main production unit is in Meerut.
Let me first congratulate you because you've done incredible things in a very short span of time.
Thank you. Well, I selected 3 outfits, one from the past, present and future. I think it just showed my journey as a designer and the 3 price brackets that I cater to.
What I try to do is to do clothes which are beautiful, well-made, yet give confidence to women.
For me, there are 3 different lines that we work on. It's an editorial sort of a runway look, which is a beautiful organza cape with hand-cut orchids and applique done on it. The second was a very retail-friendly look, which is a beautiful bias-cut dress with an Art Deco neckline and a cascade jacket on top. The third was like an Art Deco blouse with a shibori sari, which is like a Japanese form of, like stitched resist, like bandhani.
Most young designers, one of their plans is always to have a retail shop. Don't think that will give you a better branding.
One has to go at it when one is really ready, and for that you need a wide base of customers. It's not the first priority. Doubling our business with the retail stores in this year, adding trunk shows, traveling shows, carrying the collection to smaller places perhaps, doing sort of building that audience is what I want to do in a more aggressive format before I look at a retail space.
Okay, so this is the Autumn Winter 13 and that's one look from Autumn Winter 12. I have a label called Bodice. What we do is modern day global wear.
What's this one piece for you?
I think it's great because it's going to help me financially. So I would like to use those funds to, sort of expand my retail network and make the product more accessible to the right client.
We're here now with Ruchika Sachadev. She's just walked out of the room. How was it?
I think it was really great because you feel a lot of anxiety when you're going to enter, but once you're there, it's fine.
What do you think was the most difficult question they asked you?
It's nothing really difficult because they're asking about my baby, like something that I create, so I don't think there was anything which was very difficult.
Do you think you're going to be winning the fund?
It's pretty good to just be a part of it, get all this feedback and also all this coverage, get some credibility. I think that's enough. If you win, then it's great, but if not, I think this is good enough.
The ethos of the brand is basically that it's extremely elegant, understated, refined, lots of attention to detail. Just simple, straight lines, wearable, functional garments.
Very well done.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
This is our past collection. That's the present. This is Spring Summer 12. That's our Autumn Winter 13. And the center one is the
Yet to be launched, our bridal line coming up.
I find them all 3 exquisite, but all 3 very different. What is the thread of commonality?
Over the years, we have realized print, texturing, weaves are our strongest points, and these comes out differently in all the 3.
So it's a range of what we've done so far. This is a midi which I've done in indigo dyed organic cotton. She's wearing a scarf which is hand woven in Bengal. This is a corseted trouser from the summer collection. The shirt is an organic cotton shirting, and what she's wearing is one of our prints with rhinestones, organdy, and the same blouse. But these are our classic separates, so something like that can pass off with a Farsi pant as an Indian version.
She's based in Hyderabad. She's 2 fashion seasons old. Meet Archana Rao.
The looks that I showed today were from my spring-summer collection titled A Nostalgia Shop. This is inspired by upholstery, so we use a lot of tassel detailing. It's actually digitally printed first and then embroidered later. I wanted a little bit of my story to go through in the accessories as well. So that's how I started making bags, and I really enjoyed working with wood and leather together. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Were you grilled inside?
Not really. They were really nice and they were very sweet and encouraging, so it was a good experience. I think my main strength lies in the fact that all my garments are wearable.
Are you nervous? You think you will make it to the top 5?
I'm not nervous. I'm just excited. I'm looking forward to the results.
All the best.
Thank you.
first it was the golden ratio, which is about balancing, and the other one was based on restoration. And the third one was like general work in progress. So sari is priced at an MRP of 16,000. The waistcoat would be 9,000. Something like that is 24,000. It's a completely hand draped one-off piece, so I need to drape it myself.
Including what you're wearing, everything looks beautiful. So do you want to take us through what you're presenting us today?
This is my Spring-Summer 2013 collection. It's called Ladies and Gentlemen. It's been inspired by menswear dressing, both cross-continental and homegrown. There's a kurta, which it's got wearing lens and it's got a placement of embroidery which is interesting. Then there's a trench variation, and there's a lungi maxi. The basic what you see on the roads, people wearing a ganji and a lungi, but I've created it, made it into a maxi format. So it's basically a play of craft as well as what you see in our lives on a very daily basis. I think it's a great platform for me because it's also made me think of what I want to do in the next 5 years.
It's a spring summer look which I had like this hand woven organic khadi, and I did Raldo's taka embroidery on that. And from this collection then I've taken forward like this kind of look for my autumn winter.
Having never met anyone from the judges panel before, designer Ajit Kumar let his work speak for himself. His collection displayed his skills with intricate embroidery and flowy shapes. Ajit's motive was to showcase those garments which are sporty and chic but yet look Indian. His designs impacted the judges positively.
So this is my fall 13 line, and it's called the Tribal Winds. We've just got vintage textiles from different parts of the world and created very easy, comfortable, very affordable pieces. Every silhouette in the collection is different, every print is different. We've just used tiny leather cutouts and sequins, and we've tried to create a look which would go with the collection with beads, sequins and leather pieces.
Behind these shut doors, deliberations are on as the judges shortlist the top 5 designers who will make it to round 2.
Oh God, it's been an amazing day. I have to say, a lot of the talent has surprised me. So many new sides to designers that I've been seeing over the last couple of seasons, and it's a very tough competition. I know the judges are struggling with figuring out their top 5.
Designers this year were much more prepared, and they did their homework and they thought through the process much more intimately.
Alright, and any favorites at this point?
Well, there are lots. I can't really, as a jury member, I can't really tell you, but there's some great exceptional talent, and I think a few stars will be born out of this fund.
For me, it's been a personal blast because I love coming and seeing what these kids are bringing forth to the table. I see the work of established designers, and it's so much fun to see the newness and the originality and the creativity. It's amazing. I love it.
I thought a lot of people had some very interesting things to say. Gaurav had some very interesting weave ideas. He's more a textile person, as opposed to someone like a Masaba Gupta, who's more color. She comes from a little bit more graphic and kitsch, kind of petered down Indian effect. AMPM are very structured and very beautiful.
What can we expect in round 2?
So what happens now is we meet again with the 5 finalists. The 5 finalists will each come up with a small capsule collection based on our guidelines, and those 5 will then be whittled down to the winner and the runner-up.
It's a new day at the Vogue India Fashion Fund. It's the next stage of the selection process, and today the top 5 designers will be showcasing their capsule collection as well as sketches and swatches that they have created exclusively for Westside. They'll also be presenting an outfit that's inspired by Tigger Blanc, and last but not the least, they will be presenting designs for a phone accessory for Micromax canvas. In the first round, 19 designers presented 3 outfits each, and based on their collections, the judges zeroed in on 5 top designers who will be competing for this coveted fund.
And we shortlisted the 20 down to 5. This was based on parameters like originality, creativity, personality of the designer also plays a very, very big role. And today we are here to meet the 5 finalists. So yeah, it's a crop of 5 very promising young designers, and that just makes our job today that much harder.
As I leave the judges to find out what's coming up next, some very anxious faces wait for me as they add finishing touches to their clothes. Now it's time to announce the top 5 of the Vogue India Fashion Fund 2013. The top 5 designers of the Vogue India Fashion Fund 2013 are Ajit Kumar, Archana Rao, Gaurav Jay Gupta, Masaba Gupta, Tanvi Kedia. And so let's hear their thoughts on making it to the top 5.
To the first round, after I met the members of the jury, I noticed what they liked and what they were impressed by. So I worked on the same sort of techniques and details and improved in certain areas as well. I was always clear about the creative aspects of it, but coming here I realized the importance of costing and how to promote yourself in the market. So maybe business-wise I've gained a lot of knowledge.
What I've learned mainly is that how much PR is important, which that's what they suggested, that it is important because you're doing such amazing stuff, but nobody knows you really.
Backstage, the models are seen getting their hair and makeup done, and the first designer is preparing for her final presentation, presenting Masaba Gupta.
Well, these are my 3 garments, starting with the first one, which is inspired by the Tigre Blanc. What I've done is I've used this checkered and polka dot fabric, which is inspired by the white tiger, and finished off with black, white and gold, which is the colors of the brand, and a dhoti skirt in the front with the Kerala gold border. So it's very Indian, but at the same time the silhouette is quite universal. The second garment is what I think my brand signifies, which is ikat, which I love doing, and the potli bag which I've made, which is reversible, so you can use that inside out, and with sheer palazzo pants at the bottom. So I think the idea is to basically show that the brand also stands for something festive, something more heavy, but at the same time we can also create a pret garment in a different way. This is a PU cover that I've made with the palm print on the top, and this would cost about 60 to 100 to produce. And we've polished it off with orange, which is the back, and which is the colors of the brand. So basically it's predominantly for the male customer for Micromax. This one is just running across diagonally, so it's very masculine, but at the same time it has an edge. From Westside I picked Bombay Paisley to show, because I think that's